up, y'all? We back, man. Talks with Scott. I got my guy with me, Jordan Mosley, out of Mobile, Alabama, man. But more than anything, man, we're gonna kick off the new year with a great person, a guy with a lot to say, a guy with a story, a guy with passion, and really and truly a great man and a great leader. So, Jordan, how you doing today, brother?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Thank y'all for having me.
Most,
Sure.
most definitely, bro. So I just want to kind of get it started, man. It's no rush, but I want to kind of ask you a question when it comes from take me through your story. And I don't mean to speed into it, but I want to know a little bit about you, and the people want to know as well.
So you feel me? I grew up. I was born and raised in Houston, Texas. I moved to Mobile when I was probably about like 11, 12. Did all my child, growing up, the growing up years, the years that kind of define you in Mobile. So I claim both. I go to Houston every year to train. It's my mom, my little brother, and cousins and stuff out there. So growing up, it was good. You feel me? I grew up. My mom and my pops, they both was incarcerated. So I grew up with my nana and my pops. Like, they did a phenomenal job raising me. You feel me? Taught me a lot about morals. My granddaddy taught me about morals and principles. My mom, she taught me about she taught me about passion, compassion, holding it down, how to be there for people. So it was like I got the best of both worlds. You know, they were hard on me, but I 100% is like, if it wasn't for them, I 100% wouldn't be right here.
100%. Yes, sir. Also, I want to kind of revisit that a little bit. I don't want to speed past that because I got some guys that I train as well that got similar backgrounds to you and kind of in a lore when it comes to how to navigate when you kind of got a loved one that's incarcerated or someone that's maybe not there and how you wanted to be in certain areas. Like, speak on that a little bit because, of course, you had a great back and it take a village. Don't get me wrong. So you had your grandparents there, and you had other people inside your circle. But more than anything, bro, I want you to kind of speak on that a little bit. That's a large part of your story, man.
Oh yeah, 100%. I would say so it happened. My mom went in when I was a baby. So for me, it wasn't something that was kind of disheartening because I really didn't know. It was something I kind of once I got older, I kind of I had to go visit her and stuff. So that's when I kind of understood what was really transpiring at the time. I didn't really meet my dad until senior year of high school, probably junior year of high school. We had crazy, somebody text me on Facebook hey, this might be your pops or something. I'm like, man, nah. And then we started talking. I was like, yeah, we look very similar. So I was like, I give him the benefit of the doubt, talk to my mom and stuff. He cool people, but he locked up right now. So he just got locked up in October. Yeah, he called me the other day. He doing well in there, I guess.
Yes, sir.
But I'll say for for the kids that's going through something similar, don't feel like it's your fault. It's not your fault. They as a grown person, they gonna do what they they gonna do what they wanted to do. And don't get me wrong, there's times where you'll feel down about the situation, but it's never your fault. Your journey is your journey, and what they did, you feel me? Don't get me wrong, they got you here. They brought you into this world, but just because they had a mistake, it doesn't define them. I don't I talk to my mom now, I don't fault her for what she did. She had to do what she had to do. She had to do because we ain't really too much have nothing. She had to do what she had to do, and she had to get it how she had to. So I don't fault for that. I'm just so thankful for my parents to come and take me in and just give me the love and the stuff that I deserve. Cause I said, who knows where I could have been? My little brother, who knows where my little brother could have been? It could have been a lot worse situation. So just having them step up and be the show me how to be my granddaddy showed me how to be a real man. My pops, he passed away 2023. But he showed me how to be a real man, just handling his business. He was always on me by make sure I handle my business, make sure I take care of my business. And then my nana, she more so on us on the tip of being a God-fearing young man, just always being a stand-up guy, no matter who's watching, no matter who's around. And with those morals, and I think with those teachings, it shaped me and molded me to be the person I am today. Don't get me wrong, I think about my mom and my pops being in jail a lot now that I'm older, but I look back at it now from a hindsight point of view, it's I'm thankful. I'm thankful for how it all worked out. It could have been a lot worse. So the longer that I get to talk to them now, text my mom, call my mom when I'm in Houston, I visit her. I visit my dad when he was out, but he back in now, so it's like I'm just thankful. At the end of the day, could have been worse.
Let's speak about your upbringing in Mobile. Talk about that.
Mobile, like it's a different space. Like it's like I tell people all the time, you don't really understand it. Like you kind of segregated from like the rest of Alabama. Like I don't ties in with the rest of Alabama because we different. We just different. Like I kind of view us like a smaller like Atlanta, even though we way smaller. Don't get me wrong, but like that's how we move. That's like how everybody act. And we got like growing up there, you gotta have some thick skin. Like you feel me? Like Mobile really like the trenches. Like
yeah, man.
Yeah, so you gotta have some thick skin. Like especially growing up playing ball. Like if you weak, they're gonna really try to go after you. So just knowing how to handle yourself in any situation, whether you on this side of this side of the city or this side of the city, you know how to like switch it up and how to handle stuff accordingly. So I think like Mobile taught me a lot just by how to like be aware of my surroundings, how to know like at some time something gonna happen.
Most
so you
definitely.
gotta have your eyes open, your ears, you gotta listen and close your mouth and just pay attention to your surroundings because you never know like what's going on or what could happen. But on the football tip, bro, I think it was like extremely competitive. We had a lot of guys out there that they play a lot. A lot of guys right now play collegiate football. Some guys at Florida, my boy Chris, he played for Denver right now. We got a lot of guys in the league, so it's like seeing that from where we from. It's like area wise, it's a small town, not really, but as far as like square radius or whatever.
Yes, sir.
But it's a lot of football players within like our city that actually made it and did big stuff. So like just seeing that and knowing that you can make it from there, like and knowing what it takes because the guys come home. Like when you from a bill, like they come home. So it's like you get to see them. You probably worked out with them. You probably did a lot of stuff with them. So like just seeing that on a consistent basis, like it just gives you the motive. Like dang, like as long as I wake up and go and get it, I mean that could definitely be me. Like especially pulling up and. They pulling up in
that thing,
yeah, like
man,
like why can't it be me? Like
yes,
not even on the materialistic tip, it's just like knowing how hard they work to get there. Like, I mean, all I got to do is just keep my mind right and stay down, and I could be in the same shoes as them. So, I appreciate Mobile, bro. Like when I was younger, I used to be like, man, I'm ready to get out of here. Like, but now like looking back, like I love going home. Like just it ain't nothing like it for real. I know the people, I know how they move. Like. Everybody don't really understand, but it's just how we move down there, so it's cool. Like I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. And when you speak about just being an inspiration, I want to say first and foremost, you're an inspiration, not only, of course, to the people in your hometown, but also the guys that I train as well. When you come in there as well, when you come down there and tap in with us for training, man, them young guys, they paying attention, bro. Yes, so you guys are inspiration beyond words. And granted, when you kind of understand a lot of things, they follow you guys' actions more than anything. So to see how you conduct yourself, how you move, how you talk, your mannerisms, man, that carries a long way. I want to transition a little bit into football. What made you get started in football? Take me through that path. You're a Pee-wee guy. Did you start from the ground up, or how was that process?
To be honest, bro, I never really cared about football. Like basketball has been like one of my favorite sports.
Yeah.
I just like basketball. Somebody's like poetry and emotion to me. So like growing up, my parents never really like my nana and my pops like my parents they never really allowed me to play football. So I played basketball, I run track, sure. I did swimming, I did baseball, I did everything, soccer, I did every other sport, but football. It wasn't about like maybe 6th, 5th grade. I had a neighbor across the street. His name was Jordan.
Crazy.
My boy.
Yes, sir.
To this day, I went over. We used to play in the yard, play football in the yard, play basketball in the yard. His dad had asked me like, "You want to go to practice?" I'm like, "Shoot, I know my people ain't gonna let me go, but I just went anyway. Like, y'all gonna take the bullet for it, basically." So I just went, and when I went out there, like just to compete in that space, like I just fell in love. Like I like competing. It's just fun. Like especially as a kid, like there's just something that you like. I don't know. I just fell in love with it. So. We had our first Pee-wee game. I was 5th grade. Shoot, they kicked like a kickoff over there. I run and get it. Go one way, whole bunch of people over there. I just reverse field. I'm like, nah, I ain't want to get hit. So I ain't never like to get hit. And I scored my very first like time touching the football. So I'm like, all right, maybe I'm good at this.
Yeah.
Then around probably like 7th, 8th grade, one of my PE coaches had like contacted my mom and was like, if you don't let him play, you're gonna miss out on a lot of opportunities and blessings, like, because she wanted me to quit. And she was like, if you don't let that boy play, you're gonna miss out on a lot of stuff. Like, you know, he could probably potentially change our life. Like, so she kind of gave in, and I give a lot of credit to my cousin Nick. Nick, he was at the time he played running back. He was older, but he was a guy who like kind of showed me the way how to really handle my stuff the right way. Like, you know, he did good in school. He worked out every single day. So I used to see him. I used to, you know, text him like, "Hey, come pick me up." So he used to always come pick me up and take me to workouts. And I always worked out with like all the older kids. So just watching them work, I'm like, you know what I mean? I can come in here and do the same thing. And so by I think I was age 13, that's when I started taking it serious. So I started working out every single day. My trainer, Terrence Goodwin, like at the time we worked out at a place called The Lab, like small spot, like you wouldn't even know it was there, but like we getting it in every night, every day. And I just grew a love for it. And like 8th grade came, and I was just better than everybody, so it was just that made it even more fun. At that time, I played running back. I get the ball, just touchdown. So it was like knowing that I was better than everybody, but also knowing the amount of work I put in and seeing it translate at the time from a young age, it really showed me that, like, you know, as long as, like, whatever you put in is what you get out. So it's like, from a young age, I always said that, like, if I'm going to work, I'm going to work. Whatever, you know, it might not be this time, it might not be next year, but, like, at some point, like, I'm going to reap the benefits of what I put in. So it's like, that just showed me how to just stay down and endure whatever I was going through at the time, or whatever, you know, journey I had to endure at the time, and just, like, you know, just slow myself down and just understand that, like, it don't really happen on my time. That was the first time I had to really, like, think about that type of stuff.
Great. So you're in middle school, you're transitioning to high school.
Yeah.
Okay. You in high school. When did you start getting where was your first offer? Was it after the season, during the season? Take me through that process.
I ain't even played my whole 9th grade year. I went from public school to private school, so I had to sit out a year.
I cut the interview. Private school?
I'm just saying, like, we were the best team, you know what I mean? You know, they gave us a little, you know what I mean?
I got you.
Took care of us on it too. But, like, I couldn't play my whole 9th grade year, so I was on varsity, but I would be doing scout team. Mm-hmm. So, like, I was killing. Like, I was dogging them in scout team. So I'm like, you know, when it was my turn, I knew I was going to be all right. We got to 7-on-7 during my 10th grade year. And I was, you know, handling my business, going to camps, doing everything I was supposed to do. The first 4 games of my 10th grade year, I did not touch the field. Like, I was only a kickoff guy, like kickoff return guy. So I'm like, man.
It was some dogs on the team?
Yeah, we had some boys. So I was a young buck. But, like, in my head, I'm like,
supposed to be one of them ones.
Yeah, I'm better than them. So, like,
yes, sir.
I finally got my opportunity, probably like the 5th game of the season. I scored like my first catch. And then after that, it was like, it was on and popping. Like, it was on and popping. I was in class. We was in class, bro. And if I'm not mistaken, Troy was my first offer. I don't remember. But Troy had, like, came up there, called us out of class. Boom, hit the offer. My next offer was, might have been Southern Miss. Got Southern Miss. Then right after that, Mississippi State came. Then Ole Miss came. So it was like boom, 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 boom. I got like 11 like my sophomore year.
Wow.
Yeah. Crazy.
Okay. So okay. Take me through that off season. Yeah. Same way we was to take a kid that's in that same situation now, sophomore, junior year. Yeah. Okay. They just got their offers going. Camp season happens. Are you in camps? Are you in 7-on-7s?
Like, I was grinding. Like, I don't think people understand. Like, Friday after school, we loading up a van. Like, me and all my homies, we loading up the van. We going to camp, come back Monday, go back to school. Then I ain't start playing 7-on-7 until my junior year, but we was doing camps. So, like, I got my first offer at Mississippi State from a camp, though. I came here, I ran like a 4.4, did what I was supposed to do. We was in a Palmyra.
Camp.
I swear, like, I don't know how legit it was at the time, but, like, it was like, you feel me?
Yeah, you was moving, though.
Yeah, I was moving, like, so they gave me the offer, but I think 100%, like, the camps helped out the most. Like, it's different when they sit on film. like seeing one thing on film, you don't really know the level of competition they playing against. Like as a coach, from a coach perspective, like okay, a guy's better than if you the guy, you're gonna be better than the people that you playing against. But when you come out and you compete with other guys that also think they're the best player in their respected town or team, and you getting out there, you giving them work too, it's like it puts it in perspective, like where you really are. So I always like going to camps because I really didn't know where I was. So it was like it was a way for me to judge, like, okay, boom. If I go to this camp, I'm getting strapped up. I'm like, oh, I gotta go. I gotta go back home or go harder. Like I'm not doing enough. So it was to the point where I was like, it was like trial and error. But it got like after a while, it got easy. So it was like I was going out there doing my thing, go home, go to school, come back, do my thing, go home, and it was like me knocking on people's door, basically, just showing them what I had. And I think if you playing high school ball, it's like middle school ball, whatever, like if you're not doing 7-on-7 in the summertime or in the springtime, and you're not doing camps, like you got to do something. Like I started going to camps when I was in 8th grade. My first camp was Alabama. And I met Coach Pruitt.
What year was that?
Probably 8th grade for me was 2016, 17.
My freshman year.
Yeah. And
that's when y'all boys was grinding.
Yes.
Y'all was out there going crazy.
Yes. Getting
flex.
Yes.
Warm-ups.
Yes.
Staying in the dorms.
Oh, my life.
Yes,
Coach Saban out there shaking their hands with the picture. So I came out there, I did what I was supposed to do. I met Coach Pruitt at the time, and he had we talked a lot. He was telling me that he liked me, but I didn't have any film. You feel me? I was in 8th grade. I was a young buck, so he was like, just stay in contact. So he ended up getting the Tennessee job.
Yeah, coach. Yes, sir.
So as soon as he got the Tennessee job, I was like one of the first people he offered out of my class. So I committed 10th grade. After my 10th grade season, I committed. I was committed 10th grade. I was committed to Tennessee from 10th grade to about right before signing day, because they had the little scandal, and he got fired. So I was like, he hurt me with that one, but he called me and let me know. So I appreciate it still. I still got love for the dude, and he took a shot on me. So I appreciate him.
The coolest thing for your next event is the Premium 360 Video Booth, exclusively by Premium Productions. It's great for weddings, festivals, birthday parties, family reunions, baby showers, ribbon cuttings, and even conferences. Premium Productions is North Mississippi's premier wedding videography company with packages to fit just about any budget. And be sure to ask how to get a Premium 360 Video Booth for free. So give them a call or click today, 662-255-9991.
A lot of respect there. Also, when you go into camps, okay, give me your regimen. You trained. You were not only trained at your school, you were doing additional training day in, day out. Take me through that process. Give me a step-by-step process, because I don't want that to get neglected. I don't want people to get understanding. I travel. I go to camps. I do 7-on-7. That's enough.
Nah, it's not. Because you got to think, some kids ain't even going to camps. Like, some people already had it. Like, it was people in our grade who already had the offers and stuff, so they didn't really have to do much. Like, they just had to keep playing ball. So for me, it was like, man, I got to grind, then I got to go here, and I got to show. So I started, we had workouts in the morning. We started early in the morning, 7 o'clock was workout time. So kind of similar to how Coach Brown ran. We did same lifts and stuff like that. Run in the morning, then go lift. And then after school would be football practice. So we would run in the morning, go lift, then go to school. After practice, we have football practice, of course. And then I get on the jugs. We had an old jug machine, but you had to air pump the jug machine to catch. And I played running back growing up, so catching for me wasn't natural. Running the ball was natural for me, but catching for me wasn't natural. It wasn't until I had to get some little things I put on my hands to just learn how to catch with my fingertips over and over and over again. And it helped around that time. I learned that from T. Martin. I don't know if y'all know who that is. He was he from Mobile legend.
Yeah,
won a natty at Tennessee. Okay. Paid men ain't do that. T.
What
Martin
year,
did.
What year was that?
Probably 90 something.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. He did his thing. So he was telling me, because he coached at USC at the time. He had a lot of good players that came in through USC, so he gave me all the tips about what they used to do. So I'm just trying it out, trying to see if it worked. And then I go home, and then I have training with my trainer at 7:30, 8 o'clock. So I go home, eat, do my homework, go straight to training, and come home, do it all over again. It was like it's really like 7 days. 6 days. We weren't really going on Sundays, but like if we did, some days he'd be like, hey, extra training on Sundays. But it was like a 6-day process every single day. So I mean, every week we get it in, and I don't want people to ever feel like yo, natural talent just ain't enough. Like, for some people, they're highly blessed, but like it's hard to make it to college. Like you see a lot of, especially you go around your city right now and see a lot of cats that you know who were dominant in football that never got a chance to go anywhere. So it's like it's hard to do this. Like you have to really put in the time, you have to really put in the effort, but you got to stay consistent. Like consistency is like 100% the most important thing that you could do as a football player. Like when you going through the adversity, how are you gonna respond? Like consistent. Like my work can never fail me. So it's like I know for a fact as long as I'm putting in the work, like the righteous can never be forsaken. At some point, I'm gonna get something out of this. Like
yes, sir.
I don't know, y'all listen to Baby, but Baby said, I've been inside of for too long, something got to give. Like at some point, something got to give. Yes, like it got to come. So it's like I just had that mentality at that point, and to now it's just who I am. Like kind of embedded into my DNA. Then, ooh, my bad.
No, go ahead. No, you.
So it's like I don't want no kid to ever feel like just talent just enough. Like you got to really go out there and get it, because not only are you training yourself now, but you're training yourself for when you really do get the opportunity to go to the league or have a collegiate career. It's not easy. Like it's a lot of kids that come from all over the world who literally are just as gifted as you are. Like you're not the only kid who run a 4.4, not the only kid who run a 4.5. Like it's gonna be. I see linemen. I see D linemen. I play D linemen that run 4.3s. Like Tennessee, they linebackers are running 4.3s, 6'4". Like you not
just ran one in the combine, if I'm not mistaken. 4.5 was the 4.4, 4.5. Fastest DN outside linebacker. First round draft pick. He will be a first round draft pick this year.
Feel me? Like like it's different nowadays. Like it's a lot different. So your talent just ain't gonna do it. You gotta really go out there and put a lot of time. Take care of your body, number one. But just put in the time.
Let's go into you transition from high school, college. Where did you go?
So with everybody. So my top 5. Let's get into that. I had Tennessee, South Carolina, Northwestern, here, and I think Indiana. I don't remember. I think it was Indiana or Texas A&M, one of them. All right, boom. Indiana wanted me to play DB, so I scratched them off. So it was really out of here, Tennessee, Northwestern, and South Carolina. Okay, boom. Tennessee coach got fired, so I had to get them out of there. Northwestern coach, not Northwestern. South Carolina coach got fired. Coach Muncham got fired. So I had to get them out of there. So Northwestern was, at the time, Northwestern was like number 7 in the country because they came off the year of COVID. They lost in.
They had, I want to call his last name, Schlater. He was a left tackle dog.
Yeah, he was a beast. Dog. So that year they had him. They had Greg Newsome, who played, first round DB. They had some cats. I ain't gonna lie, they were nice. But they went to the Big Ten championship, lost to Ohio State. So they were like number 7 academically, and they were number 7 in the country. So I'm like,
awesome stats.
In my head, I'm like, that's a win-win. But when I got there, you feel me? Like no disrespect, but like it wasn't what I expected. Like the culture, the winning culture, it wasn't really like the winning culture. But I went to Northwestern. I had a grand time in Chicago. Met a lot of great people. So I appreciate the relationships that I built and the people that I met. Football was all right. But
okay. You get in the portal. Let's talk about that. Because you're in the portal where the portal every year is very, very interesting for the most part.
It changes
every year. Every year is something
like, it's different.
But you were in the phase of transitioning into transfer and also play right away. Right away.
Yeah.
Take me through that process.
So,
and then take me through the process, because this is where the real questions get asked.
All right.
Okay? Yeah. So take me through the process. Head coach and all.
All right. So boom, my head coach at Northwestern at the time was Pat. Dang, I don't remember bro name.
Keep going.
We had a conversation at the end where basically I was just like, I was being real with him. Feel me? I just didn't think that we had a winning culture. So he was like, I told him that I kind of wanted to leave because, I was still young at the time. And I had redshirted previously. So I was like, I played in like Michigan. I played some good games. So I was like, all right, I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here. Well, really, let's get into it. My teammates told me to leave. Like my teammates told me to leave from summer practice. First day of fall camp, they was like, you got to go. So you feel me? After a while, like I kind of was able to see what they were really.
What was their reason?
It was like that I was going to waste my talent there.
Okay.
And so they were telling me to dip because a lot of them was like, my boy Malik, he played for the Dolphins right now. He was like big bro. Like if we had a my dog situation, he was my dog. So older cat kind of teaching me the ropes, but he was like, look, bro, like he was really cold. Like to me, like even now, I look at a receiver, I'd be like, dang, this man cold. But he looked at me, he was like, bro, you got to go. So towards the season, when the season was going, I kind of like was seeing what was really transpiring, how everybody was affected. Like, losses, we getting to play, and everybody just act like it didn't happen. And, coming from my high school, I only lost 4 games in high school. All in the playoffs, like, I wasn't familiar with the losing aspect of college yet. And so I was like, all right, boom. Talked to my parents. They like, all right, well, get in the portal, like come back down south. So I knew I had some opportunities, you feel me? I talked to my high school coach. He kind of like did the navigation from behind the scenes, and he was like, look, you got this. Don't get into there until you truly know where you have a spot. So if you ever get in the portal, don't get into the portal unless you know for 100% that you have a spot to go. Like, or you will get lost in that portal. Like, I'm not even joking.
Bro,
like,
I don't even mean to cut you off. When I entered the portal at Alabama, I knew exactly what was coming.
Oh yeah,
like I knew it before
I even got there.
I didn't need to talk to a coach or nothing. I knew exactly. Like, and that was like going into 2020. I knew exactly. I said, "This is the plan. I'm leaving Alabama, which I love. I'm coming straight to Mississippi State." I knew exactly where I was going to go because I don't know the mindsets now. It's not to cut you off. I don't know the mindsets. Back then, it wasn't really a thing to get re-recruited. Mm-hmm. It wasn't a thing that let's go take pictures, let's go this and that. It's not that.
It was
the
business.
Evolution. Yeah, facts. At the end of the day, I understood that I have a limited amount of time left. So this is a business decision. So that basically said I need to make the best decision for the business, which is me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like having some talks with my high school coach, he was like, listen, Coach Leach loved you in high school. He wanted you to come there out of high school. So like I didn't come there out of high school. Coach Spurrier used to come down to Mobile like every day, every week to come visit me. And I really didn't give Mississippi State the time of the day because I was committed to Tennessee at the time. So when I got in, like when I was talking to him and stuff, and soon as I hit the portal, like I had like 13, 14 people called me like instantly. And Coach Leach called me, and we talked on the phone for probably like, bro, I swear we talked on the phone for like an hour.
I would love to hear that conversation.
Man, it went from he came in there, he was like, well, I wanted to be a lawyer, but I said F that, and I just became a football coach. So I just been doing that for the past 20 years.
Great guy,
phenomenal guy. Like you love him as a coach. You can't hate him. Like he was a great man.
Great guy.
So I came here, and it's been a journey ever since. So I appreciate it.
We can't skip past that. You can't skip past that. You get here. I'm interning at the time.
Mm-hmm.
J-Mo come in, and from my perspective as a former player, as a guy who was on stuff, and just learning the ropes, J-Mo came in and extremely hard worker, extremely strong, extremely, showing us videos of him doing 500, 600 pounds of squats for reps, etc. As a skill, as a wide receiver, like no joke. So with that basically being said, when he came in, his mindset, his sense of urgency to win and to dominate was definitely there.
Yeah.
Okay. Walk me through the process of the passing of Coach Leach and Spurrier, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, so like that whole season we had a great season. We went like
that was the best.
Yeah. We had like a 6. All right, so the first game we won, beat Memphis. Second game we won, I think it was like some Bowling Green or something. We go to LSU. We play LSU. We should not have lost that game.
That was, man, I would never forget that game.
Man, I didn't travel. I had a concussion. Somebody had knocked me out at practice. Like I had missed the whole 2 weeks of practice. So I had a concussion. I'm watching the game. We should not have lost that game. It was some crazy stuff. After that game, we went on a 6-game win streak. Okay, we lost to Kentucky. We should not have lost that game.
At all.
Like, we should not have lost that game. We ran out of time. I tell people all the time, we ran out of time. I say the only 2 games I feel like we really got dominated was Bama, and we really didn't get dominated by the score sheet. It was just by, like, they just made more plays. And Georgia. And that was a competitive game until halftime. After halftime,
everything switched.
Yeah, they came out like a different player, different beast. So then, I break my foot. Basically, I'm trying to get back into the swing of things. I wasn't playing a lot at all. So I had some guys in front of me at the time. Caleb Duncan, shout out my boy Duck.
Shout out Duck.
We had my boy Rufus. We had some dog Jameer, A-Dub. A lot of guys. We had a lot of guys in there. Tulu, Rara, my boy and my roommate. So I just waited my turn, basically, just trying to keep working. So I'm working hard. I get an opportunity like Auburn game. So Auburn game come around. I had a meeting with Coach Spurrier and Coach Leach at the time, like that Sunday, Monday. We had a Monday meeting, so I can't have a meeting with Coach Spurrier. It was like, well, you're gonna get some opportunity this game. It was an Auburn game, so I'm stoked. I go the whole week of practice. I probably had the best week of practice that whole year. Right before the game, I break my foot right before that game. Like during like, shoot, we doing routes on there. I run like a quick slant, my foot just popped. So I'm like, all right, opportunity, it gets taken away from me. I get surgery next week, if I'm not mistaken. Like the next week, maybe Coach Leach passed away. So I wasn't really around to get the full effect of how it truly affected the team at the time. But you can see how it affected the Mississippi State fan base as a culture. Like it hit hard. You feel me? Because everybody loved Coach Leach. And it wasn't just because he was a great offensive minded coach and he was a great ball coach. It was just like he was just different. Like
his
he was a different
personality,
man.
his perception of life was one that was which should not be taken for granted because it showed you a perspective from my personal opinion that sometimes we can take life too serious. Mm-hmm. And the way that he conducted himself and how his mannerisms were at times is that you understood that you didn't have to be so uptight about a lot of things, okay? And a lot of times coaches were, how did this happen? And you look over to Coach Leach.
He's just probably eating a sandwich or something.
And then immediately after that, we'll go and score, play, and win the game. And you were like, okay, cool, you know what I'm saying? But it was different for the most part. So let's keep transitioning, keep going through that process, and also, the offensive coordinator.
All right. So Coach Leach was don't get it wrong, he was a easygoing guy, but listen, when that man said what he wanted, when he said something to you, if you didn't do what he said, you was definitely finna get some type of punishment for 100%. I'm not joking. We roll in the sand before practice every day. Yeah. He said, we're going to roll in the sand until we remember how much, every time we find a piece of sand, it was to remember how we got our butt kicked by Alabama. It was, he meant business. So you never really took him for a joke, but he wasn't serious. He wasn't a uptight, Coach Brown was more of that for us. So, after the passing, Coach Spurrier became passing coordinator or whatever. And we go to the ReliaQuest Bowl. Had a great bowl game, a lot of fun. Good
Banks
time.
Called a pick six.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Banks caught a pick six. I think Forbes was doing his thing.
It was a great game.
J-Rod won MVP.
Everybody
everybody had fun. So it was fun watching it. It was good to see. Coach Arnett gets hired, and for me personally, that's where my story kind of takes a plummet. Me and Coach Arnett, he was good, hell of a coach. You feel me? In his respected, but we just wasn't. We did not care for each other. So it was kind of it was a brutal. I said brutal. It was a brutal year, just overall, in total for me personally. As a team, I don't think we just had I wish the older guys in the room was here to explain. It was like the enjoyment and excitement of playing football in that facility that we once had the year before, from winning so many games, was not there like throughout the season. And it wasn't
a lot of new faces.
There was a lot of new faces and a lot of like stuff just wasn't clicking. Like coaches wasn't clicking, players wasn't like, a lot of people ain't want to be there. You just can see like the turmoil just like creeping into the locker room, and it made it a real like rough year, which I appreciate because it taught me a lot like by myself. Times where I was like at the lowest, probably it taught me just to keep going. Like, you know, at some point it's gonna get better, and I had some opportunities. You know, I scored that year. I was able to play some good games. I played a lot of games, but it's times where you just gonna have to overcome. So it's like 100%. For me, it was like, all right, look, bro, get what you can get out of this, and make sure that you put your best foot forward every single day. Come to work ready to go, because if your number do get called, be ready. So that was a 2023 year, rough year. I think we went 5-7, barely missed a bowl game. Coach Knox stepped in at the year. He brought the light. I think I appreciate Coach Knox. He brought a lot of excitement back into the locker room the last 3 years.
He brought the life into the program, and it was needed.
Yeah, it was
doing things, of course, with the four-wheeler inside of the locker room. Yeah. It was something that was definitely needed.
It was, and he did a hell of a job by doing it. Like I think he did it the right way. He didn't try to step on anybody's toes. He just came in with hella energy every single day, and the energy that he had kind of like, it was reciprocated like very greatly by our teammates. So it was like something that we needed. We went to practice. People was having the most fun we was having at practice in like the whole year in the last couple games. So I don't know. I don't remember how many games we won the rest of that year. I was kind of like that whole year like a blur. Like, I don't really remember too much. I just remember like it just happened so fast. Transitioning to that, you know, Coach Arnett gets fired like 2 games before the season ends, maybe 3 games before the season ends. You know, Knox takes over, and then right after that, we hire Coach Levy. So that's three different coaches in like 3 years. Every year I had a different coach, different system, different thing to learn. New adversity, new journey. So it was, you know, I think all in all though, it helped me appreciate stuff a lot more.
It showcases your versatility.
Yeah.
Okay, because that's something to not be neglected. That is something that is not normal. Okay,
no, not at all.
Maybe a different coach,
but
not a different head coach.
3 different years, like a different head coach is crazy. So with that being said, like it taught me a lot about myself. It taught me just like, man, it taught me how to just stay down, like, and just continue to just work, like working. Bro, keep the main thing. Y'all heard Jalen Hurts say it all the time, but like, you know, he say it in the biggest stage, but that's a cliche. That's something very cliche to say. Like, keep the main thing, but it means so much. Like, keep the main thing. So main thing at the time was just ball in school. So I just had to make sure like whatever outside factors was going on, don't know how it was gonna turn out. Just make sure I handle what I can control, and everything else is just work out. So December comes. I get on the phone with my dog Bump, feel me? He texts me, like, you gonna stay? I'm like, shoot, like, feel me? Everybody gonna leave? Like, yeah, like, that's an opportunity for me. That's how I was looking at it. My boy J-Rob stayed and some other people stayed. Coach Levy came in, and I remember, like, my very first, like, OTA or, like, thing that we were doing, I had went into Bump office. I was like, listen, bro, I don't want nothing from y'all. I don't want nothing. Just give me, like, a fair opportunity to, like, take this man's spot. I ain't gonna say no names. I was like, just give me a fair opportunity to take his spot. So like, with my mindset going into that year was like, my whole mindset was like, how am I gonna separate myself from everybody else? Like, what am I gonna do that's gonna make myself stand out every single day, every workout? What am I gonna do? So I talked to my boy Malik. Like, that's my big dog. Like, that's big bro. Like, only person I probably call big bro. And he was like, how he did it in his year, because he went for 1,200, 12 touchdowns and 100-something catches, and broke the ACC all reception yards. Crazy. He went a phenomenal year. Semifinals, Bilenikov, all type of stuff. So I'm like, how do you go from this at Northwestern to not even feel like you was going to have a chance to make it to, like, knowing that you right there where you want to be and you finna knock on the door. And he was like, he did everything serious. Like everything had a purpose. So when it came to he was like, when it comes to running, like them tempos and stuff, don't just run your tempos to just finish. Like finishing, you gonna finish. You fast, so you can run 50%, get halfway, and then you just stride the rest. That's what I used to do. Like just get. So he was like, bro, run everything full speed. And he was like, when you run everything full speed, like of course you're gonna be tired of everyone, but watch how everyone around you just start complaining. Like when you watch everyone around you complain, don't say nothing, just keep going. So I had to like, I'm dying. Like in the inside, I'm dying, but like, feel me, I'm just going. Like I'm going. I'm hearing stuff. You feel me? I'm like, man, this man, everything he was telling me was true. But I seen how I just earned the respect of everybody that was there. They was like, oh, he gonna come to work every single day. And as Coach Labey looking in, he's seeing me doing that every single day, and I'm leading the pack. I'm me, my dog Kev, Creed. Like we always in the front. Like I never was in the back. Always in the front. If I didn't finish first, I probably finished second. Like I say, Kev, Creed probably got me one a couple times. I got them, but we was always in the front. Almost finished in the same time. And we ran them all full speed. And it got to the point where it was getting easy. We going 30. I'm eyes closed. I'm dogging them though. I'm still dogging them. And it transitioned my mindset, I say, where it wasn't so much me just doing stuff because, like, you know, everybody got to run. Everybody going to run a tempo. Everybody going to run a 100-yard sprint. Everybody going to do 40s. Everybody going to do 5-10. Like, everybody going to do that. But, like, when you come into a different situation, you don't know how the situation going to play out. Like, what are you going to do to separate yourself? So my mindset going into the year was like, I gotta make this as clear as possible that I'm not here to play with nobody. So I remember Coach Labey gave me the clear indication where he was like, all right, look, Gemma, you go and you take these reps. So it was like the first one, he you take these reps. Like the person behind me wasn't like, I guess he wasn't like, he didn't know what to do. So I'm going home, I'm studying, like I'm up 12 o'clock studying. I'm like, all right, if I get a chance, like I'm gonna make sure I know everything to do. So when I do get the chance, like he know for a fact, like he didn't see me work out, so he can count on me when I'm outside the building. He can count on me to do my stuff right. And then when I'm on the field, he can count on me to know what I'm doing. So I finally got that opportunity. It was like in the OTA. And after that, I swear on my life, I never looked back. I was like, it's over with. Like he never getting his back. We get into spring ball. I had a great spring ball. Like the second play of the spring ball, I got like 50-yard post. Bomb. I'm like, oh, this is how this gonna go. It's gonna be a good one. And I had a phenomenal spring ball, put myself in some good standards. Summer workouts, I attacked summer workouts the exact same way. I mean, I definitely worked harder in the summertime for sure. You got to ramp it up. So I went to Houston, train, come back, and I'm ramping it up. We doing routes, 9 o'clock at night. Me and CP, my dog Chris, he'll throw any day, any time of the week. He'll throw 12 o'clock in the morning. It don't matter. Chris gonna throw. Like he just wanted to work. So knowing that, I'll always text him like, hey, let's go into Palmero, like just work extra routes. I'll take my helmet, me, Zico. We'd get our helmet, get our shoulder pads. Mike Wright at the time too. We just go in there and throw. I didn't care who was throwing me the ball. I just wanted to catch the rock. So we doing that. And I could just see myself just like when you doing something at a rate where you consistently like above everybody else, it has no choice but to build confidence in yourself. Like it's like you get confidence from the work you put in. So from the work that I was putting in, I was hella confident. Like I'm confident in all my abilities. And then when we going to practice, we doing like the speed stuff. I'm getting faster. Even though my body was hurting more. Like my body was hurting even more. Like, you know, throughout the weeks you go into that valley. But my body was hurting even when I was in the valley, but I'm still hitting 22.5, 22.8, like 29. Like I'm like, all right, boom. So I'm doing everything I need to do. Like it's gonna be a good year. Transition to the first game, second play of the game, 64-yard touchdown. So I'm like, boom. Like it's everything that I kind of worked for was like all came into fruition. And it's just like, for me, it just showed you how 6 months can really change your life. Like you don't know what can happen, but them 6 months is a transitional point for like anybody. Like I gotta even my playlist for like the game was like 6 months. Like I tell myself 6 months every day because you don't know how, like, in these you got 12 months in a year, break it up in half. So the first 6 months, I don't want to look back at the 6 months that I just had and be like, dang, I could have did more. Because I mean, I'm setting myself up for failure for the future 6 months that I got. So I don't never want to feel like I'm not doing enough. So I was making sure I was doing everything I possibly could to like get to where I wanted to go. And I just appreciate, everybody who was there to, at the time to help me, and who also all the people who was working with me. I wasn't by myself. You feel me? I wasn't working by myself. My dog Kev, Zico, Kelly, we put in work every single night. Jug machine. We didn't skip a night of jug machine. We jug machine 9 o'clock at night. Like, we outside, we can't even see it. We still on the jug machine. It's raining outside. We're going to bring the jug machine in the locker room. TVs in there, we just got to make sure you catch the ball. Like, it doesn't matter what was going on. We just made sure to keep the main thing. And, like, going back to that, so.
You are a moment. You are a passionate moment. You are eternal. You are a first kiss, a first touch, the first memory of what it felt like to be loved. You are me, and I am you.
I am love.
One thing about it, bro, you've done a phenomenal job kind of putting yourself in a position of definitely thriving. You've done a phenomenal job of being a great leader. You've done a phenomenal job of even in hard times, switching your perspective and looking at what can I learn from this situation? Okay, and that's something not to be taken for granted. And with that mindset, you've definitely been a leader, but you have brought people along with you, which is the true definition of a leader. How far can I go, but who can I bring with me as well? Okay, the African proverb, if I want to go fast, go alone, but if I want to go far, go together. Okay, so therefore, when I get tired and it's things that I basically have done amongst this journey and I can no longer go, and I brought the pack with me, hopefully the knowledge and the tools that we have given one another, they can carry me the rest of this journey. Sure. So that basically being said, you've done a phenomenal job, bro, and I'm definitely proud of you.
I appreciate it.
Before we get out of here, bro, I just want to ask you a simple question. What are and it's not something to ask you your goals, that you need to display amongst the world, because a lot of times some things need to be kept personal between you and God.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you journal or the case may
I
be.
do, definitely.
But I'm when I was playing, I'm journaling. I'm doing everything up under the sun. I'm working. I'm working overtime. I mean, I had too many knee surgeries to count. So with that basically being said, the only thing that I knew what to do was to work, and it wasn't just about how I'm working, but I'm bringing others along with me. 2020, we outside. They shut down everything. I'm talking to Coach Tyson Brown. Can you leave out some sleds for us so we can go up here to the whatever the gym is, where the sand pit is at on campus? Every day we at the sand pit, leave us out some air balls. Me, Fabo, whatever we can come up with, we're working.
Doing whatever, making stuff out of dirt.
Whatever we got to do to work. But in the aspect of things, I also had to understand that regardless of how hard I work, I can't control the narrative. I got to understand that it's a higher power that I always must pay homage and a lot of respect to. And a lot of times when I tried to control the narrative, I was humbled.
Every time.
I got
right bottom
season-ending injury. Yeah. And I was forced to put a lot of faith into the higher power. And by all means, it kind of led me to where I am today. And to see a lot of great people and a lot of great men like yourself, just to let you know, bro, that you're on a great path, honestly. Appreciate and I don't want to just say that lightly at all. You're a leader. I've always been in your corner from day one, even opportunities you get to come over there to West Point and train, whatever the conversation needs to be, we having actual conversations. See, sometimes the conversation may last longer than the training session within itself. Yeah. At the end of the day, sometimes I may be preaching to the choir, but there's nothing wrong with it, just to understand that the message is the same. So with that basically being said, bro, you've done a hell of a job, and I'm extremely proud of you. I'm extremely proud of the man you are. Just to see you from day one to seeing you till now, but more than anything, bro, understand you definitely are working. Understand, make sure your steps are being aligned towards your purpose and your mission at the same time. There's a lot of times, sometimes when you're young, I'm not saying this to you, I'm just saying that sometimes for some of the younger athletes out there, you can be young, you can work very hard, and you can do nothing but create a lot of sweat equity. And you're not doing nothing but get tired. Mm-hmm. So actually work on things you need to work on, and you have definitely done that. You're something that you're doing as well. So take advantage of that, bro. You're a leader inside that room. You're a leader inside of shit. respectfully saying, on that team, what you know you are. At the end of the day, people are looking up to you. People follow your actions more so than they do your words, and your actions speak volumes. And at the end of the day, bring people along with you. Hold those people accountable like you have been doing. And it's going to be a challenging point, and your people may not like you, but it's okay not being liked. Just understand that you're being respected at the end of the day. And those morals and those integrity going to lead you well past the game of football. So at the end of the day, bro, like you on to a great, I'm not even say start, a great transition and path into where you're at. And man, I can't wait for next year around this time with this same conversation. We up here and they calling out Jordan Mosley, the Carolina Panthers. That organization has picked Jordan Mosley.
Put me somewhere with no tags, man.
You
Put
know
me somewhere with no tags, man.
You know what I'm saying, bro? But nah, bro. More than anything, bro, I can't do nothing but give you. Not saying you know your flowers, which is great, but at the end of the day, we still young, and it's just a part of our journey. It's a part of our story. And to see that when you said certain things, bro, that stuff resonated with me. It was like, man, like in so many words. Oh, what now? What? Like, shoot, I can't control the situation. I can't control myself from certain scenarios, but at the end of the day, I can control my action, energy, and effort. And with that basically being said, that's something that does not need to get overshadowed, because at the end of the day, the main thing is the main thing. Understanding that just because it's redundant doesn't mean that it's not true.
Yeah.
And seeing you take those steps and seeing you take those things, bro, I'm just here to let you know I'm proud of you, bro.
Appreciate you.
As a team goal, what's something that you want to kind of even give a shout out to the team, shout out to your hometown, whatever the case may be. What would that kind of look like? What is that like for you?
Team goals that I want, to be honest, I just want us to, like, right now, I'll say just come together. We got a lot of different faces, not a lot of new faces. So, like, to create that camaraderie to where one person is holding somebody accountable, everything is reciprocated in, like, a great way. Or, like, no one feels like someone is coming at them in a derogatory manner or anything like that. So I want that, number one. But I mean, shit. Like, I play this game to win. I ain't gonna lie. I don't give about nothing else. Like, you get judged by wins and losses, unfortunately, and this is a result-based business. Playing receiver is a result-based position, so like everything that leads up to that has to be done like very diligently. Like, people gotta have, like, not only you. Like, I can't do anything. I play offense, you feel me? A defensive player can go out there and make a huge impact on the game just by himself. Like, if I gave Isaac a chance, Isaac can go out there and get 20 tackles and have a hell of a game. Offense, I say all the time, like, offense is truly 1 of 11. Everything has to be done accordingly for the offense to truly roll in the correct way. So as an offense, I mean, I just want us to be like a complete unit. Like, all right, receivers doing what they got to do. Receivers blocking for the running back blocking for the quarterback, O-line proing it up. Whatever we doing, like, I want everything I want it to be bang, bang. I want it to create an atmosphere where the fans, they come here, they see a complete different team from last year. Like, last year wasn't good enough. Like, you understand the standard being here. You been a Bulldog. Like, that's just ass. Excuse my language, but like that was bad. And it created like a lot of discomfort. Like, just knowing that it wasn't even supposed to be that. But like, looking from like hindsight, you looking into the players that we truly had, it's like, how are we losing this many games? Where I truly believe that it just wasn't like, we wasn't a complete team. We wasn't in jail. Like, we wasn't hitting on offense. The defense might have a hell of a game, then offense is horrible. Offense is gonna have a hell of a game, then defense is horrible. Like, then you can't leave out special teams, which is one of the biggest facets of the game, where I think a lot of guys really didn't take it as serious until later on in the season. So team goal, I just want us to be a complete team and win games, bring some dubs here, create an atmosphere that people want to come to Mississippi State games, and Mississippi players, high school players want to come back home, because there's no reason for them to be going here and there and there. Like, you got everything you got here and school up north. I don't really care about them, but like, you got stuff at home. So like, I want to create that atmosphere for myself. I per se, like, I want to be looked at as a great teammate. Like, after I leave here, like, I feel like at Mississippi State, you can create your own legacy. Like, here, you feel me? Not a lot of people have done it at like extremely high level. Like, you got a few, but the guys who have done it here at a high level all get respected here. You feel me? Even they come back, they still get respect. They leave, like, they got Dak. You got the Daks, you got the Chris Jones, you got the Fletcher Cox, you got the Darius Slay, people who've done it at a extremely high level, and that's just a few. Like there's a lot more people that we leaving off. Even people who don't even get noticed. Like I mean, Will Rogers. Like you feel me? Like people don't really like. They can say what they want to say about Will, but like as a dog, he was a competitor, bro. Like he was one of the most like. You wasn't gonna. I mean, even you seen that match, it was like you couldn't even beat him. Like you, even if you wanted to, he was a dog. Like I appreciate people that handle their business here, and you get appreciated here for doing that. So that's one thing. And then, bro, I like 10 plus touchdowns. You know what I mean? Over 1,000 yards.
Yes,
like,
sir.
Yeah, about like 50
That's
catches.
fruition. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
man. So I want the whole bang. I want the whole shebang. Like I want everything to kind of come together. But if it doesn't, I still want to be able to go out there and showcase my skill at a high level. Like, you know what I mean?
At the end of the day, we give it all we got, arm and a leg.
Yeah, for sure.
And at the end of the day, bro, no regrets.
None. I'm going to give all my thanks. I'm going to keep praising God, give him all his credit for everything that he's done for me and, you know, that's going to continue to do for me. Like, first and foremost, like, he's my foundation. So, like, I wouldn't be nowhere. Without my Lord and Savior. You know, everybody got their respective beliefs, but, like, that's mine. And I appreciate what he's done. So, like, you know, God willingly, I get to do everything that I ever wanted to do in this profession. And I get to see, like, the hard work truly come to the light, like, this year. But we still working, man. We still getting it. So, it's like, it ain't never stopping.
Yeah, man. And you hit on something that we're going to get up out of here, but you said something about we're in a production-based business, which is very true. One thing that Coach Nick Saban said, team success breeds individual success.
100%.
And that's very true. There's a lot of guys I played with at the University of Alabama that actually went on record and said, if I wanted to play at Alabama, I probably would have been a late-round free agent.
Yeah.
But since you win a lot of games, it definitely will affect.
100%.
So I understand it may be individualized from an NIL perspective, but at the end of the day, the way them 32 teams and 32 clubs going to look at it, those calibers are still the same. So that basically being said, you hit on something that was very, very, very that does not need to go overlooked, and that's for any athlete, for wherever you're at. The team, you're never bigger than the team, the organization. Never. Stick to the mission, know your script, and play your role. But more than anything, man, I want to give a big shout out to you for coming here. And once again, I want to give a big shout out to High Ground Coffee as well, just for allowing for us to come here. And then also, man, this great tea as well. But more than anything, bro, I just want to say thank you. And once again, guys, please be in tune for next week on Tuesday for our next guest on April the 8th. But we definitely like them, bro. Thank you.
I appreciate you, man.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you for having me.
Most definitely.